Hi everybody, this is Dr. Rebecca. This is the third in the video series on transforming fear. And today I'm going to talk about another little exercise that you can do. These are really challenging times that we're living in, and sometimes people will say to you when there's challenging things going on, oh, just trust the universe, trust that it'll work out. And you know that can be a pretty tall order, especially when things aren't going well. And particularly if you have trusted before and it has not gone well for you, you may have a fair amount of defenses built up against trust because it was dangerous in the past. And you also might not even know what trust feels like. Now, the thing is that trust is actually an incredibly useful tool, because when we know what it feels like to trust, and when we know when things are trustworthy, it can help us know when situations are safe. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a little exercise that was taught to me by one of my teachers, the Elijah, about how to start to develop a feeling of what it feels like to trust in your body. And now, first of all, I do not advocate blind trust, and we are not going to start with like trusting the universe. I mean, we're going to start with trusting really small things. So the thing we're going to start with today is trusting the chair. So hopefully you're sitting in a chair. You can also do this sitting in or laying down in a bed. So if you're not, I encourage you to pause the video if you want to do this exercise and just sort of move over to a chair. And then when you're in the chair, start to notice how you're sitting in the chair. Shove your feet on the ground and your back against, the chair with the back. And start to notice how you're sitting in the chair. And start to notice if you were sitting in the chair in a way where you have a tension in your body so that the chair could disappear at any moment, basically, and you would be fine. Or if you're actually sitting in a chair in a way that you're trusting the chair to hold your body weight. Just take a moment to notice that. And you might, again, I don't advocate blind trust. You might need to take a minute to sort of like feel the chair and give it a test. I've certainly sat in chairs that have collapsed under my weight before. So, see if this chair is in fact trustworthy objectively. And then just start to settle in a little bit. Start to notice how your hips and back and your feet feel. Take a few breaths. And see if you can trust the chair. See if you can trust it even more. Again, you don't have to do this perfectly. Just 1% can really change, can actually change your physiology and really make a big difference. So I'm going to keep talking, but I encourage you to try this again and to give yourself really a fair amount of time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, to just sort of try to see if you can trust this chair. You can also do this exercise lying in bed, especially if you can't sleep. See if you're trusting the bed to support your weight, or are you laying in that bed in a way that it could, with so much tension in your body that it's almost like the bed could disappear and you'd be fine. It's a big cause for insomnia, especially insomnia when there's a lot of fear around. And when you feel like when you feel worked up, when you feel a lot of fear, you can focus on trusting small things. If you're holding a mug of tea, do I trust that this mug of tea, that this mug is going to hold this hot liquid? I've put hot liquid in a glass jar before and it's shattered and I've been burned and cut. It wasn't trustworthy. Is this mug, I'm not holding one right now, but if I were, is this mug trustworthy? Can I trust it? And as you start to do this, what you want to do is start to feel in your body, like how it feels in your body and your back and your hips. How does it feel to trust? What does that even feel like? And that gives you a really powerful tool. So if you're confused, if a situation is safe, if something or somebody is trustworthy, and you have that knowledge in your body, then you can start to feel how your body feels in that situation. We're animals. We pick up a lot of information in our bodies. So, as you start to do this, as you start to practice with tiny things like the teacup, the chair, maybe the pen you're writing with, and you get into a situation where you're like, oh my gosh, can I trust this? You can take a breath and feel how your body feels. And you'll know because you've experienced that feeling of trust. So again, this isn't something to do perfectly. This is something to experiment with and to see if you find it useful. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. Here's to you and your health.